just think it's so fun. I love the bright marigold yellow, and then it has an actual cork, like real cork black on it, which I just think is so cute. So this bottle in particular, I like this one too. But yeah, so I bought this one first, and I will review this soon, hopefully. But I recently got this one, and yeah, I'll just tell you mostly about this, and I'll also touch on this. I also have one Abercrombie and Fitch fragrance that I own in my collection, and it is Abercrombie and Fitch First Instinct Sheer. So I'll touch on this later in the video as well. I also really enjoy this bottle, so yeah, I tend to like a lot of the Abercrombie and Fitch bottles, I suppose. Okay, as always, I did dress on theme. I've got this like waffle kind of beigey brown shirt, which I thought goes with the color scheme. And then I've got these gold and leather earrings to match the leather as well. Here's the box. Okay, so that's the look for today. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and spray this fragrance and let you know my initial impressions. I have smelled this already. I've actually worn it the other day, so I do know what it smells like. But I'll just go ahead and give it another first impression here. So, one thing I will say about this fragrance is that it smells very, very similar to Baccarat Rouge 540 and fragrances in that realm. There are lots. If you don't know what Baccarat Rouge 540 is, it's a very popular but also very expensive fragrance by the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian. There have been many, many imitation fragrances made of it, and not even imitation fragrances so much as just fragrances that smell in that realm, because it is so popular and so mass appealing, and so many people have loved it so much. So this is definitely one of those fragrances. It smells, I would honestly say this is a dupe. Like, it's not just that it smells similar, it smells like very similar. I'm not sure if that was their intention, but I think I'm gonna guess it probably was, because they know how much people love Baccarat Rouge 540 and how well it sells. It's just a mass appealing kind of smell too, for most people. Okay, so I'm giving this a smell, and yes, I'm getting that Baccarat Rouge 540 DNA type smell, which is, if you do not know, it's a kind of like airy, ambery, musky. There's like a little saffron, amber, and broxen, airy, almost like sweet, almost like sponge sugar, maybe a touch aromatic type of vibe. So that is definitely this. I don't have Baccarat Rouge 540 with me to compare side by side, but it's very similar. This, however, has a little bit of a fruity touch to it. It's subtle, but it does have a fruity touch to it, like berries. So that's the main thing that I could say is actually different about this one. So that's my first impression. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. And it's kind of like a fluffy, airy, sweet, ambery cloud with little fruity berry nuances. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read the main accords that we have listed on fragrant.com. So we have fruity, musky, leather, amber, sweet, woody, green, animalic, powdery, and fresh. So if I were to reorder that according to what is like most prominent to me, I would say Okay, for our middle notes, we've got two middle notes, and they are jasmine and rose, so a couple florals in the heart. And honestly, I'm not getting those at all. They're not prominent to me, so I'm just gonna say I'm not smelling them really. But what I'm really getting, in addition to the red fruits, is the base notes, and these are, we've got five. They are musk, leather, ambroxan, cedar, and patchouli. So, most notably, I'm getting ambroxan. That's that, like, airy molecular, amber type scent. So, yeah, I'm getting a lot of ambroxan. I'm also getting musk. And I feel like I'm getting little bits of the leather, cedar, and patchouli. Yeah. Just like a subtle airy woodiness. Like a subtle depth from the leather. But it's honestly, it doesn't come across as leather. It comes across just like Baccarat Rouge 540, which does not have a leather note. So mostly ambroxan musk, maybe a touch of cedar, touch of that like earthiness from the patchouli and leather, accompanied of course by the red fruits. But the red fruits, it's not like bam in your face berries, but it's there subtly. If you have smelled Burberry Her, the fragrance Burberry Her, it's a little bit like that. It's kind of, this fragrance to me smells like if Burberry Her and Baccarat Rouge 540 had a child, but the child looked a little bit more, resembled a little bit more the Baccarat Rouge 540, but they still had a little bit of that Burberry Her. Does that make sense? That's what this is like to me. That's what it comes across as to me. Okay, so to recap the notes that I get most, I would say ambroxan, musk, red fruits, touch of leather, cedar, patchouli, and maybe something a touch fresh or like sour, rhubarb, and mandarin orange. What other people say they get most is red fruits, musk, leather, ambroxan, rhubarb, cedar, etc. I'm kind of surprised. I feel like the ambroxan is really obvious to me. But yeah. Okay, so that is what I get from Authentic Moment, and I think I'm gonna hang on to this fragrance for now, but I really think it's likely I might wind up selling it soon down the road. I enjoy the Baccarat Rouge 540 smell and all of the dupes of it, I do, but I don't know why it's just never been like, oh my god. Funny thing is that it was one of the first fragrances that I happened to purchase kind of by accident. I purchased the dupe from the brand Dossier, and Dossier's version, I think they called it at the time at least, Ambery Saffron. I don't know if it's still called that. So I had that dupe from Dossier of Baccarat Rouge 540, and I loved it. But then as time went on, I just kind of didn't feel the need to keep it for whatever reason. I have other fragrances in my collection that to me are in this same realm, like Clean Reserve's Radiant Nectar, not a dupe at all, but it's in the same realm. It's like an airy, ambery type scent. This one has pear as a prominent note. Then I have Amber Bloom by Sand and Fog, which is another kind of airy, ambery fragrance with rose and black currant. So it's a little like fruity, floral rose. So I definitely have some fragrances that are in the realm of this. So I don't know. I'm gonna hang on to it for now, but maybe not for too long. We'll see. So I'll touch on this a little bit more, but first let's take a couple detours. I wanted to tell you about the fragrance that I own from Abercrombie and Fitch. This is the only one that I currently own right now. It's called First Instinct Sheer. I really love the bottle. This is the 1 ounce size. I love the half moon appearance. It's just fun. And this fragrance is or something. It has what's known as a mountain air accord in it. That's one of the notes, is mountain air, and it gives it very much a fresh and slightly ozonic mineral type of feel. Ozonic just means like airy, watery, kind of charged, like a little bit metallic almost. So yeah, what I get from this is orange blossom, but again, not too sweet. Just very clean, white floral. Lots of that mountain air, which kind of gives it a clean, charged, slightly mineral, natural feel. There's a lot of musk in the base, which just makes this all a little bit softer and like a little bit fuzzier, but still in a very clean way. And then some other notable things that I get. There's a lily of the valley note, which I think just adds a little bit of that clean white floral. And there's a bergamot note in the top notes, which just again makes it very fresh and clean. So that is First Instinct Sheer by Abercrombie and Fitch. And then to briefly touch on the other authentic one that I have from the Authentic line. This is Authentic Self Woman. Like I said, I just love the bottle, and I was very, very intrigued by this fragrance because of the notes that I saw in the store when I got this. I think I got this at Ross. I was very intrigued. Oh, you know what? This one is not magnetic. I wonder if it's just this bottle or it's the size, but anyway, this one is not magnetic cap. But, this one, okay, so this one has a top note of lemon zest, and I really wish it hung around longer, because when I first sprayed this, you get a very fresh lemon zest burst, but it very quickly fades, as citrus top notes tend to do. And then underneath that you have some fruity notes, like pear and gooseberry, and if you've never had gooseberries, Google them. They're really interesting. They're kind of like a wild little berry. They're fun. We had them when I was growing up on our property. So lemon zest fades away pretty quickly, makes way for a very musky, fruity floral scent. Lots of musk, very cloudy, musky, fluffy, with touches of that pear and gooseberry, and then there's white florals in the heart, freesia, lily of the valley, and jasmine. There's also cedar and sandalwood in the base, but they're subtle, very subtle. It's just a very like airy, musky scent overall. I think I would keep this if that lemon zest note stuck around more, but I don't know why. I don't tend to love fruity fragrances, and after, 15 minutes or even less, this just became a very fruity, musky fragrance, like very light fruity musk. So it was very pleasant, and I think a lot of people would like this, but it just didn't No, it's 68. Yeah, it does smell similar to that. It's, like I'm saying, there's so many of those